All right, let's jump right into this explainer. We're breaking down exactly why top-tier creators are quietly packing up and migrating away from one of the internet's most iconic digital storefronts. I mean, for years, Gumroad was literally the default starting line for the entire creator economy. You upload an ebook, slap a price on it, share the link, and boom, you get paid. It used to be just that simple. But something really fascinating is happening right now in the digital business landscape. We're seeing incredibly successful creators, people pulling in 6 and 7 figures, moving entirely to new platforms just to save tens of thousands of dollars a year. It's a massive shift, and we're going to unpack exactly why it's happening. Because while getting set up is incredibly easy, we're investigating a massive problem today that is actively pushing top talent away. And it's not that the servers are crashing or the tech stopped working. The core issue is that it can become unbelievably expensive the exact moment your business actually takes off. Imagine grinding for months, you finally hit your very first $10,000 month, and as you go to celebrate, you realize your platform bill is silently draining away a massive chunk of your hard-earned profit. That pricing structure is forcing modern digital entrepreneurs to ask some really tough questions about their bottom line. So let's start with Section 1, the Gumroad appeal, and why literally everyone started here in the first place. It really boils down to unmatched simplicity. For a beginner, it is an absolute dream. You can sell templates, courses, software, whatever, without having to hire a web developer or build out a massive e-commerce site. Plus, there are 0 monthly subscription fees to stress over when you're just trying to land that very first sale. But the biggest draw? Gumroad acts as a merchant of record. This is huge. If you sell a $10 ebook to a customer in Germany and another in Japan, you don't have to navigate international VAT compliance or foreign tax codes. They handle the whole shebang. For someone just testing the waters, avoiding an international tax nightmare is a total lifesaver. But that brings us to Section 2, the hidden cost of growth, or basically when success starts getting expensive. Here's the raw data on how they actually make their money. Currently, there's a platform fee of 10% plus 50 cents on every single direct sale. And wait, that's before other payment processing costs are even factored in. If someone pays via credit card or PayPal, those standard processing fees are layered right on top. You could be losing 12 to 13% right off the bat. When you're just starting out, giving up a tiny slice of a few sales feels completely fair for the convenience. But let's talk about what happens when your sales volume really starts to climb. The math starts to strictly hurt as you scale. Let's make this painfully simple. If you sell a digital product for $50, they take $5.50. As a beginner making 1 sale a week, you probably don't care at all. But imagine you scale up and you're consistently generating $5,000 a month. Suddenly, that flat 10% fee represents $500 vanishing every single month. That is $6,000 a year ripped directly from your profit margins, just for the privilege of a hosted checkout page. At that level, you absolutely care because that $6,000 could have gone into scaling your ads, hiring an assistant, or upgrading your gear. And honestly, the financial hit can get even worse. There's a Discover marketplace designed to help buyers find new products natively. But if a customer finds and buys your product through that specific ecosystem, the platform takes a staggering 30% cut. Just let that sink in for a second. If you have a $100 product, you instantly lose $30 on that single sale. It functions a lot like Apple's infamous App Store tax, a massive cut taken right off the top just because the transaction happened inside their walled garden. Which forces a pretty serious question. Why on earth should you give up 30% of your revenue if you were the one doing the heavy lifting to build the audience in the first place? Think about a creator who spent 2 years building up a 10,000 subscriber email list. They run their own marketing, they cultivate their own fans. If they launch a product and one of those loyal fans casually browses the Discover tab and buys through that link instead of the direct newsletter link, the creator loses a third of their revenue. Bleeding that much money for a customer you essentially generated yourself, it's incredibly punishing. This leads us right into Section 3, beyond the checkout. We're talking about building actual brands now, not just making sales. Because the landscape today, it's completely transformed. 5 years ago, the ultimate goal was just getting a $20 PDF online as a fun little side hustle. But modern creators are aggressively moving toward building comprehensive digital businesses. The ambition has radically leveled up. Today's creators are running multimedia empires, combining cohort-based courses, software tools, and digital goods all under one roof. And as a result, the toolset required to run these operations needs to be vastly more robust than just a simple payment button. Expanding a true creator business demands a deeply integrated ecosystem. We aren't just talking about checkout links anymore. We're talking about dedicated email funnels that nurture leads and guide customers right into an entry-level product, which then triggers a strategic one-click upsell.
Creators need recurring subscriptions tied to gated private communities. They need advanced affiliate systems, deep customer analytics, and most importantly, they demand total, unrestricted ownership of the entire customer journey. A generic storefront fundamentally breaks down when you try to execute this level of sophisticated commerce. Top creators have realized a crucial truth here. The storefront is a core part of the brand. Imagine spending years building a massive, highly engaged audience across YouTube and Twitter. You cultivate a premium reputation, you design a beautiful brand identity, but when it's time to actually take their money, you send a high-paying customer to a rigid, clunky download page that looks like it was designed in 2010. It creates a massive psychological disconnect. Your checkout experience has to actually reflect your unique identity, because an unbranded flow can actively hurt your hard-earned reputation. And the market absolutely despises a vacuum, right? Welcome to Section 4, the rise of competitors, as the market responds to these exact gaps. Because of those feature limitations and high scaling fees, specialized competitors are swooping in and beautifully carving up specific niches. Just want a simple alternative with lower fees? PayHip gives you a free starting plan. Selling complex software and still want that merchant of record tax compliance? Lemon Squeezy is aggressively stepping up. If you're building premium gated communities, Whop is completely dominating that space. Sellfy is laser-focused on pure e-commerce for digital creators. And if you want to seamlessly blend digital products, physical merch, and memberships in a highly customized shop, Fourth Wall is incredible. When you have hyper-specific choices like these, incumbent platforms really have to justify their pricing. So with all these options, when exactly do you jump ship? Let's look at Section 5, the Creator Growth Ladder. This provides a crystal clear roadmap for migration. Step 1, when you're just starting out, honestly, stay put. Use the simplicity and lack of monthly fees to mitigate your risk. But step 2, once you're consistently generating thousands of dollars a month, you must stop and scrutinize your actual fee losses. Bleeding hundreds of dollars in platform fees just to save $30 on a monthly subscription makes zero mathematical sense. And finally, step 3, if you're running a serious creator business, you have to look past transaction fees entirely. You need to migrate for complete control over your ecosystem and your customer data, because owning that data is how you launch your next product with zero marketing spend. The big takeaway from this whole explainer isn't that Gumroad is hailing or that it's a bad platform. They still serve millions of users successfully. The much bigger, more impactful story here is simply that the creator economy is growing up. We are literally watching a massive industry evolution unfold in real time. In the past, the industry relied entirely on one-size-fits-all platforms. The mindset was just about getting a product online as fast as possible. But the future? It belongs to highly specialized tools built for distinct stages of a business. Creators are demanding robust, scalable foundations. They're choosing their software stack based on exactly how they make money, their revenue volume, and how much pixel-perfect control they demand over their brand. So now that we've uncovered the true mathematical costs of scaling with percentage-based fees, and we've explored this incredible rise of brand-focused alternatives, I want to leave you with this final thought. Look at your own digital ambitions and the suite of specialized tools available today. Knowing what you know now, would you still build your business on Gumroad in 2026? Or is it officially time for you to make the switch?